Oh shoot. What's popping, everybody?
Yo,
We live, you know. It is what it is.
What's going on, man?
peace to the
Man,
pod.
the collective is back. Another
Yes,
episode.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm proud to be here, as always. Showing up for ourselves.
Not for real, yeah.
Like
Happy to be
men do.
here. Proud to be here.
What else can you do? But yeah, I got my guys with me. I got AD in the building. Say what's up, AD.
Peace, y'all. What's the word with it, man? Hope y'all enjoying y'all week so far.
Yeah, man. Hope y'all getting it done. Making the best out y'all week. Heads held high. Head raised always.
Yeah, that was C. I ain't introduced him yet. But that was C. What up, my boy? How you feeling? How your day been?
I've been good, man. I've been alright. Had a little family time today. Got a little training and a little core work, all that. Got stuff done. I'm always doing stuff. I feel like I say that every episode, but just getting it done one day at a time, 1%, 1% a day. So
Hey, man, I'd rather be busy and moving instead of sitting in idle and be bored and be contemplating.
right, yeah, right. That's one thing like I can't do. Like I be having to learn like my moments of like where I genuinely don't got nothing to do or don't have to do anything. Like I have to learn how to, just sit there and be able to like be in that presence of stillness.
Nah, yeah, that's real. How do I sound, y'all? Sound good?
Yeah, sounds smooth.
All right, bet. Um, yeah, nah, I like that. Me too. I'm someone who is, constantly on the move, always, always doing something different. You
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
Always.
I don't pick up my FaceTimes too often, but if you ever do FaceTime me, you be like, yo, where in the world is this boy at right now? If you see the background,
Hmm.
I'm always somewhere different. Always on the move. But at the same time, um, just through my life experience, I have gained some ability, to be able to sit still,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep,
be
yep, yep.
present in the moment, no matter what I'm going through. I've I ain't perfect, nothing like that, but just through life has given me the experience to learn how to, be in a meditative state, no matter what I'm dealing with. Um, yeah, how I get through everything. And yeah, as you get older, you gotta be a little bit more wiser with your energy, how spend expend it, who you share with, because you only have less. I got less time than y'all, so I gotta be more a little bit more careful.
That's respect. That's respect.
Yeah. But wanted to get into the first topic. My boy C wanted to discuss the just the concept of time. Um yeah, we're gonna dive deep into it, but yeah, what's on your mind with time, C? How's your time been?
Time. Um, time is really like an ongoing process, an ongoing lesson. Really, to be honest. Hold on, give me one. Time is an ongoing. Sorry, I'm on daddy time right now. That's a whole another concept of time, family time, daddy time.
But
But
hey, you making time to
right,
do,
right,
to do it all.
Hmm.
right. He just
Shouts out
got
to you.
he just got new trucks, new cars. He wanna, you know, feel me, But nah, time. That's a like I was saying, like that's an ongoing. lesson. That's an ongoing thing. Even as far as like, when we was hopping on talking about always doing something and the stillness and stuff. It was times where I'm just blessed right now because to be so busy and reminding myself like it was times where I was praying to have a full schedule like this and have stuff on my plate like this. So when it comes to time, it's really just a fact of, time management, using your time wisely, with wasting time, others wasting your time, uh whether if you have too much time, or a lot of people, I hear a lot of people say like they don't have the time to do this or that. It's not really having the time. We're all given the same 24 hours. It's just how you know how you manage
Utilize.
that. Yeah, right. That's the word I was looking for. Utilize. Yep, yep.
What
So
about
that's
what about the idea of I don't know. I just kind of this just came to mind, but like the idea of stepping out of time. Um,
stepping out of time.
and yeah, I say that because we talked about before we went live just about you mentioned it like um you know I think AD kind of asked a question like, do we reflect on time? And I won't answer that question yet, but I'll say, um, for me personally, I'm somebody who, I try to find time every day to just sit with myself, uh,
Mhm.
kind of gather my myself, gather my energy for real.
Right,
And I like to, you know, I'm somebody who doesn't like to, I am affected by my environment, my circumstances, and the world,
right,
like everybody
right.
else. But at the same time, I'm not somebody who is so accepting of letting outside affect my concept of who I am. Um,
Right.
as far as I'm
Mhm.
concerned, I like to be somebody who is. I think of myself as somebody who is more proactive, and I push myself kind of out in the world in the sense like my ideas and the concept of who I am. Like I look to me, I look outside of time. I look to I look, you know, in order to kind of schedule um, how I want to, live my life. I don't think of everything in a linear fashion. Like
Right.
I try to look at things, more holistically, in a sense, like sometimes I see myself in the future, and I look to place myself, kind of where I want to be, and so that's why I brought up that concept of being outside of time. Um, I like to, yeah, I like to think that I have moments of just being outside of time, and having that ability to, be able to place myself where I want to be.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And that's so that I mean that's powerful in itself, to be honest, because just having that strength and ability, and or even like that consciousness to, you know how you say, switch it on and switch it off, and whether you on the move, on the go, or you just hi you, or just like to be still, because that's really strong, because a lot of people, you have certain people in the world that can only do one or the other. Like you have some people where they're cool with like not doing nothing all day, or like just being still, or being, sitting within their means and not doing nothing, or vice versa. You have people where they're on the go. They don't know how to sit down. They don't know how to just calm their mind, calm their body, and just, you know, I don't want to say be without, but just be in that mode where it's like I don't need to do that. Like I don't need to burn that energy. You know.
Hmm. And you know, earlier what Elijah had touched on it, and like I'm gonna ask the panel now. It's just like, you know, do we ever reflect on our time? Do we ever just really realize where we're at in life? You know, the things that we've been through, just how we used our time, and just how we use our time today. Like, do we ever reflect on that? And you don't have to get so deep. Just can you feel like and know, did I use my time wisely today? Like,
Right. Right.
you know, some people don't think like that, and I feel like those people who don't really dwell in that state is because they already have a type of programming to them where they moving to and fro and going about the things they have in their life. Like sometimes you so accustomed to your surroundings that you just react, you know, or you got
Right. Yeah.
low, or you got people who can just manage on the fly because they honestly have an understanding of their life and their world.
Right.
It's like going to work. It's like you got your schedule and you know the things you about to do, but like you know at any moment we might change up and do something different. So you prepare for that. You
Mhm.
can, you know, bring that to your
Mhm.
day.
It's crazy you say that too, because it's like me personally, I'm the type of person where it's like I've trained myself to be always in some type of like productive mode, even if I am at a still. It's like, and shoot, I could be sitting all day watching movies with my kids, but that's still something. That's still prioritizing time. You know, I'm spending family time. I'm still spending quality time with my kids. So it's like I'm the type of person bouncing off with you saying that. It's like if I feel like I didn't do nothing today or I wasted my day or it wasn't any kind of like productive or whatever, I get upset. Like I'm like, bro, like can I, like I can't get this day back. like
Mm.
like it don't gotta be, going ahead, and it don't gotta be doing 10 photo shoots or, training all day or job interviews or that, like and like if I can do like a couple things productive throughout the day, whether it's family, business, or just personal, I'm cool. I'm good. Like these days, my schedule be packed, but I'm fine with it not being packed as long as I know I did something today that was worth it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it's what you said earlier. Prioritize.
Hmm.
You prioritize the things that's worth it, or the things that matter, or the things that's important to us at the time. You're gonna do and do anything you can to make time for it or
Right.
sacrifice something for it. So that is something that we really have to like realize, like, and be conscious of, like, what am I prioritizing into my life right now in this moment. You know, because I'll tell you, a lot of times we prioritize, you know, a distraction more than anything.
Um, what was the question again, Ad?
You know, do you reflect on time and like, you know, where is this from, like through life, today, and also like, do you feel like you use your time wisely today? Like,
That was a good question too.
um, so yeah, do I reflect on my time? Yeah and no. Um, what up, nephew? Um, yeah and no. Yeah and no. Like I'm somebody who, um, as we spoke of earlier, like I like to be in the present moment,
hmm.
um, as much as possible, as few thoughts as possible. I like to be where I'm at, doing what I'm doing. Um, at the same time, um, Yeah, I guess I do. At the same time, kind of speaking on it earlier, like I like to just the way I like to think of, my life. Um, I like to just be ahead of things, and I like to, like I said, place myself where I want to be. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not. I guess when it comes to reflecting on time, I think like you know that makes me think of the past, and I really don't think of the past too much. Yeah, I have like impactful memories and things like that. I definitely reflect on those, and I'll say like yesterday I had just a wild day, and at the end of the day, like my lower back was hurting, and I know me personally, like if my lower back is hurting, that means like I ain't working my core out enough, like I need to be. So, um, like I was like, all right, when am I going to, today? When am I going? Like, how am I gonna start working on my core? Like, how am I gonna get that in today, and be consistent with it. It's getting warm outside, so like I'm gonna have to change my diet, like in a way, like I work and stuff. Like I can't eat like how I normally eat. I'm gonna have to start, eat
Right.
add more fruits in my diet, drinking, more juices, more and fasting things like that, in order to like just be able to protect my energy and move how I want to move.
Mm.
So it's like, yeah, I got to start thinking about, how am I gonna be juicing? Am I gonna be like, going to the store every day, getting what I need and stuff like that? So it's like just reflecting on how am I going to, um, yeah, utilize, my energy throughout the day, in order to just be my best self. So in a sense like that, yeah, I guess you could say I do reflect on time. I just don't necessarily think about it, kind of in that concept. Yeah.
I like how you said that you gave some powerful health advice. You know what I'm saying, and
Right. Yeah.
that was fire, especially just being in the heat and changing seasons. 'Cause, today I wasn't really hot like that because I fasted. And I feel like just me not having a whole bunch of food on me, trying to digest, blah blah blah. Like I just was cooler. So
I was good until I ate, and then like I felt like, yeah, I shouldn't have did that. Like I like, or just what I ate, like it wasn't the best thing for me.
mm,
And then I got off work. I had to walk down U Street for a little bit, and so I felt crashing out already. It's the first hot day, and people got the National Guard running after them. It's wild outside. Take care of yourself.
See, people
Take care of
don't
yourself
like.
for real.
People don't pay attention to that point of like all that stuff matters. All that stuff plays an effect to your like day and just how you move in your mood and so all that stuff plays a part. And with everything half the time when it comes to stuff like that, like how you say your diet, your body, like when you should listen to your body, stuff like that. Um, a lot of the times when people say I don't have time for that, it's probably something you should make time for.
For real. Um, yeah, it's like, yeah. That I mean, that's that we can get deep into that.
mhm,
People don't want change. Like that's a
yeah,
whole nother thing. But um, yeah, you have to be like, this is your life, um, and we all of age, or like you are responsible for where you end up at the end of the day, when everything is over. So um make sure you spend your time wisely. You're around the right people, and doing the things that you have to do. Like everybody knows what they need to be doing, at
right.
the end of the day. You don't need nobody, holding your hand. At the same time, I ain't gonna say people don't need help. People definitely do need help and support. At the same time, it's on each and every one of us to be doing our best,
Right.
and in order to just be better out here, man. It's yeah. I'm getting older. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for no BS and or nothing.
Mhm.
And just like yeah, this people not putting their best foot forward. You know.
Right. And that's one thing. You know, that is the focus of anything in your life is the people that surround you. Like, if you really want to make sure you use your time properly, we can really go into surrounding our mindset around the people we put ourselves around, because that's how we're going to use our time. We're going to end up becoming like these people. We might pick up habits. So when you really think about that, like, oh, me and so do this a lot, I got love for them. We actually grow a lot, You want those people in your life who's going to love you for the person that you are becoming and the person that you are now, because, you're going to grow and change. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Elijah Green, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of old ways. But real talk, though, it's just, you just got to really think about that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's
And
real.
yeah, you got something to say? See,
Nah, I'm just taking it all in, honestly. Like it's AD really AD really like took the words out of my mouth, honestly. Like just jumping off like what you were saying and him bouncing off of you and stuff. A. Like just yeah, he really just took the words out of my mouth because it's like you were saying, like people I don't know. It all comes with prioritizing and just I mean it's a learning process,
yeah,
It's all a
you,
learning. It take like none of us know the answers. None of us like got it perfect. It's just a learning game.
Well, and there's two ways you can learn, right? You can learn by surrounding yourself with the right people or the things in your life that matters, and you may attract, the right people in your life, or even the opposite based on your mindset around it. You can learn and grow with these people, or you can get your time constantly wasted from messing around, and you learn like that. So you really got to choose wisely. Your choices matter, because you mess around and be like, man, I've been wasting my time with this particular thing or this particular person. It feels some type of way, you know. Or you might be with somebody and you like, man, we really used our time for the best. So
I,
yeah.
I feel
those
like
matter.
oh go ahead.
No, I said that just matters. That just matters.
I think
Yeah,
there's a,
yeah.
I think there's a balance to it too. In the sense of, like that. All right, just that idea, concept of you like doing something, it ain't going right, and you thinking like you wasted your time. I like that. Like for me, like that's where I go and into that concept of being outside of time and like you know I don't think there is like wasted time. I think there's lesson to be learned. I think there's trial
Mhm.
and error.
Mhm.
I think you do your best. You give out. You do your best to give what you can, and
Mhm.
you may not receive what you want in that moment, but the energy gonna return somehow.
Yeah.
Um, so like I always like to kind of keep that balance and things like that. And you mentioned surrounding yourself with the right people and things like that. I think that I don't think it's necessarily about you having to surround yourself with anybody. I think it's just you finding out who, who you are and like cultivating your energy correctly, and it's going to attract certain folk and it's going to repel certain folk. um, and you have to learn who you're not going to work with, like
Mhm.
like you got it ain't always going to be positive.
Business and personal. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no matter what, you're going to deal with some negatives in order to be able to gain them lessons. It's like, yeah, when I started Elijah Green, like a year, probably like 2 years into it, I probably met C, and like we started working and rocking and doing a bunch of stuff, outside and stuff like that. At the same time, it's like I dealt and have done business with a whole lot of people. Yeah, a lot of
And
people.
and Elijah, not because you're like Elijah has seen we have both seen like the
Yeah,
progression, the transition,
it's been a journey for sure. Um, but yeah, it's like all of the people who I've worked with who are no longer. Um, some people, yeah, just business ain't we're not gonna mesh. But at the same time, it's like um, I gained an experience through working with those people, and all it did was help me understand what it is I actually needed, what I wanted to do, and just it helped me be able to understand how to deal with people, and that's only like made me sharper in business and life for real.
I feel like all of us, if not most of us, have been through those stages of like not being where we supposed to be or not being with who we supposed, whether it's business, relationships, being a teenager, or just whatever life throws us. I feel like we've all been through those learning experiences where it's like you had to learn for yourself that this is for me, this is not for me, that's not, because it's like I've definitely like lived different lives, and at least me personally, I've, how you say, been there, done that, where it's like I'm getting to the point where it's like whether it's business or it's like I'm around a group of people or entering a room or anything like that, and it's like you can feel it. You can feel it in your energy and your soul. Like this isn't for me. This isn't right. Like God's telling me something right now. Even as far as like social media, because I have times where like I've turned people down, where it's like people look at me like I'm crazy, like that's gonna get you money, and that people gonna be looking at you and da da da. I'm not worried about all that, bro, because at the end of the day, with this, the stress and the problems that is going to give me, it's not worth it at the end of the day. The longevity problems that's going to get, like I've turned down like photo shoot, video shoot gigs. Like I've had chances to work with rappers, like all this stuff, bro. And it's like at the end of the day, that is not gonna help me inside. Yes, it's gonna give me money and you know all that good stuff people want and look at and everything. I don't. At the end of the day, I'm at the point of my life. Even if like,
It
it's
ain't
not
good
going
stuff.
to.
You
Yeah,
see,
bro.
better. It ain't good. It's what the world like pushes. But
Mhm.
hey, like we know better, bro. You ain't gonna catch me outside like rocking those like chains and
Yeah,
kind
bro.
of stuff. It's like it ain't me. It ain't me.
Even
I
even
I be
even
faking.
when I was on that stuff, I still had a standard to myself where it's like I'm not that person. I know I'm not that person.
And nothing against anybody, but it's like
Right,
I be around those people, and everybody knows what's real. At the end of the
right,
day, it's
right.
like everybody really
Mhm.
knows what's real, and as long like that's what's important is you really being your true authentic self, and as real as you can be.
Yeah, no, real talk, because like we get so caught up into the narrative of what everyone else is saying instead of our own narrative, and it's like when you really fucking with the collective, we always say we're pushing narrative forward, but you got to realize that narrative is you. You are your own narrative. You are your story, and only you can walk your story and film it and show the world. You might have some great people in it with you that shows their own story, but you know, you unite as a collective. But to do that, you have to realize who you are mentally, physically, spiritually, how you want to project yourself to people. All those things matter. But when we so caught up in this world, we look outside ourselves. I mean, literally everything that we see that looks nice is outside of ourselves because we don't know the greatness inside of ourselves. So we
Right.
tend to like get caught up in all that stuff. So that's why we got those people who get into the imagery, who get into the glamour.
Mm-hmm.
They can't help it. That's all they've been seeing. People. Oh, I respect this guy because he has this certain attire and look. But that's not even him when he leave from us. You
Right,
know?
right, 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 right. That's real. Cause a lot of times, a lot of times, it's really like a facade. It's really like Elijah was saying. Like I'm not talking down on nobody that's into that or doing that or just like some people genuinely like that stuff, like all the glamour and gold and all that stuff. But it's like a lot of the times it's like something behind that, something that they're not working on or ashamed of, or something they're trying to cover up, or you know, I rather not. I rather just deal with my problems instead of just putting it behind
Yeah.
something I spent thousands on. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not downplaying no one that's like doing that stuff. Because at the end of the day, to each his own. We all got our interests. We all got our own lives and stuff. But it's like when you really think about it, what is that stuff's not helping you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also just to add one thing to what you're saying is like to help talk about the part like do what you want to do. We're not talking about people. We just talking about people just being fake and not authentic. That's really what it's
Right, right, right,
you
right.
choose what you want to do and what you want to do into your narrative. We're just saying build from a place that's original, authentic, not do what someone else is doing because you thought you can do it because you want to look good and look good. That's really it.
Right, right.
Yeah. No, for real. Um, I had something. I forgot.
That life
Yeah.
dream.
Of course that too. Um, but yeah. I think I don't know how we want to talk about attraction. Do we want to keep this going? What y'all feeling?
It's whatever to me, to be honest. I got words for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
we
Yeah.
some we some old souls in here, so we can go on for days about anything, to be honest.
You know what? I used to think I was an old soul, but then I found out I might just be a baby soul. Like I might just be, and it's nothing wrong with that. I might be just a fresh, straight from heaven, little baby soul.
Yeah.
Ain't
And
nothing wrong with
I'm getting used to
that.
that, you know. It's like no. But yeah, no, I thought of the idea and concept of just attraction and like what it is. Like people would be thinking like the word like attraction, and they just be thinking like a junk, like a I don't know, shorty with like a nice ass and cute face, something like that. But
Yeah.
it's like, but me, it's like when I think of attraction, I think of um life. I think of wealth. Like just I like my what I was gonna say like right before we started here is like I'm old enough like I don't know. I've seen wealth, real wealth, and it ain't what people. It doesn't. It usually just doesn't look like how
Mhm.
people expect it to look. Um, it really just be like a dude, an old school dude that just like really he just does what he wants to do because he got it like that. And you wouldn't know like that he really has it like that. But that's a story for another day. What we talking about is like you know attraction and like how to get what you want out of life. Um, you know, I'm somebody who, you know, just based on this podcast, is someone who's always looking to put their, best foot forward, always looking to kind of be their best self.
Mhm.
And me, like, I don't know, I found as long as I'm doing, my best and being my best and supporting others as best I can, like I just get a wave of opportunities coming my way.
Mm-hmm.
And those
Mm-hmm.
opportunities allow me to like never have to really worry about anything. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And versus like, I don't know. I've had a lot of people kind of in my DMs who I just haven't felt like responding to. Just I feel like they don't understand how to track nothing. They
Yeah.
don't understand how to get anything.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
I don't know
real.
what like
That's real.
like I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
Hearing that, you know what that means to like just hearing that. That just shows that people have a cup and they got it upside down. Because it's like it's so true, man. Like when we just thinking about cupping the water. Sometimes we might share our drink with people and give them some. Sometimes they might pour back in our cup. But it's times where people pour out their water and turn their cup upside down.
Right, yeah,
You know?
bro. It's quick. Like you was literally, like AD literally been in my head tonight, bro. So it's like,
What you mean by that?
like, bro, like you gotta fill your cup to pour into others. I think that's how the saying goes, right?
You got it right. Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, because bro, like if you always got your hand out, or you always, trying to do this, and this for others, or just trying to take, what are you really gaining from that, bro?
Yeah. Anybody like ever just had people like just kind of I don't know, they want like come around, and like when they come around, like they be asking for stuff.
Oh, you talking about the niggas that come around and don't have no weed smoke, but they want to smoke where you are?
I mean,
Man, it can
yeah,
be that. It could be any,
He
bro.
said, yeah.
they weed be trash, but it's not. It's like they like I don't know. All right, like y'all may you could be going like I don't know. I don't really you just be hanging out too much, but like say
I
we
got,
hanging out, right?
bro. I got specific people I'm thinking of right
say,
now.
say we hanging out, right?
Um,
And me, like I don't drink liquor. I stopped drink like I might sip on a beer or something, but like somebody like try to pass me a bottle and think like they doing something for me. It's like that's not what I like. In my life, you're not giving me anything. But
Right.
like you think that because you like I should give you something because you want to give me something that I don't want at all.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I don't know. Maybe you should level up your offerings. Like have more to offer, have more to give. And the only way you could do that is like being better.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, yeah, you bringing stuff to the table, but the table don't really need this. Like, you bringing forks, and we already got the the sporks over here and stuff. Like we good on that. Like,
Cook some sides. Learn some recipes.
yeah, like
I think that's something too that's hard for people because it's like I wouldn't say hard. Let me change that. I think a lot of people don't realize. I remember, we had talked about last time about showing up.
right.
You can show somebody that you committed. Like you probably don't have nothing to the table, but if you show somebody like I'm here to work, whatever, you showing that you committed. A lot of times people will rock with you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And it's not about trying to get what you can get from them. It's about actually trying to help them. But maybe appeal to their interest. Like, you trying to go up to somebody and try to get something from them. And to say what Elijah was saying, your offering ain't even good. I sometimes see like tattoo artists, or people who got good business, or they just want to expand their business. They do business trades. I trade you for this. I do a tattoo. Somebody might bring in a PS5. That's $600-700. You know, Imagine you have six, seven, eight
Mm-hmm.
PS5s and they all good condition. You got them worked on. You can resell
Mm-hmm.
them,
Right.
get twice your money. Get money back that you didn't even spend. Like
Right.
it's just things that you
Mm-hmm.
can do to really like get gain and make offers. But
Right. Right.
it's
Right.
not about throwing someone some like what Elijah explained. Sound like someone threw a shot in your face and like now give me some of your drink.
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
that shit crazy.
Cause honestly, like bouncing off what both of y'all was saying, like if like going back to the whole example of every time you have someone, every time you see them, every time y'all see each other,
Yeah, they ask for
they
something.
asking for something, right? Like whatever, regardless of whatever that something is, it's like 9 times out of 10, most people, if you ask for some type of like guidance or wisdom, or even like some type of direction to get what you're technically asking for, they're more likely to offer it, or not even offer it, just like help you do that process. Like if that person, say scenario, was asking me for some flowers, I don't got no flowers for you, but it's like, hey dude, you know how to you think you can help me get to this like see the cheapest, find out the cheapest garden or the cheapest like flower shop or something? Okay, then maybe I can help you with that, or if you asking me for money, like I don't got no money for you, but I can probably like put you on to a couple plays, could put you on to a couple gigs or whatever, like
Niggas gonna get mad if you was saying that. You telling me
right,
you gonna give me a play instead of just give me the bread, man?
right.
Might get more money from the person you hooking them up with.
But see that, like, see me, like me being me. That's like me really testing you for real. Like, do you want it or not? Not only like, do you really want it for real, but are you going to work for what you want in the long run? Because you coming to me asking for it, I feel like you selling yourself short. Because it's like I feel like everyone has times or opportunities to show like they're better than that, like, do you really want this for real? Because if you really get, like, whether it's me or somewhere else out in the world, someone else out in the world, if you're really giving that, are you going to work to keep it? Or if the time comes, are you going to work to get it again, you know
Yeah, I get it. I got a lot of people, coming up. Yeah, it's basically kind of asking me for. They're showing themselves. It's like people so used to receiving so little in a sense. Like they keep asking for the same things, and it's like, bro, like if you really just, I don't know, just came about things a different ways. Like you really could receive so much more.
right, right, right,
I don't like just one thing. Like just somebody who just who just peep me on Instagram. They just been watching from the background, but just hit me up like in a DM and just like say, just say something like, I see you working, like I love what you do. Just like if you got anything going, I love to like, just give you share my energy with you. Like let me show up and just be a part of what you got going on. Stuff like that is like
right,
that changes that the dynamic of things.
right. Hmm.
So a complete 180. It's like, yeah, I'm willing to, you know, be more, get more access, just in terms of just my energy and what it is, like just share more what I got going on with somebody who like that versus somebody who's just like, hey, yo, what's up? you know, and I know they don't really got nothing for me. Yeah.
Man, and also what you earlier see, what
Where's
you had said, like somebody had asked, like you like they asked you for bread or whatever, but I don't probably got it, but I got you this plate, or I actually know someone that actually needs help and they trying to pay somebody,
right,
right?
right.
That is low key a form of attraction, but they're not realizing it because they're in a state of desperation and maybe survival, or
Right.
and they want this particular thing, but they're not utilizing, you know, every conscious awareness of themselves or their being, like however you want to say it, to be like, oh, yo, this is an opportunity. Like, I can get this done. And then
Right.
he talked to dude, like, yeah, let me get his number. He might need it $20 or $100. Oh, dude, like, yeah, I got a job. It's gonna probably take like 3-4 hours, but I got you 500.
Right.
You just passed
And
up
then
on an
later down.
opportunity
Mm-hmm.
because you was actually looking, like you said, you was selling yourself short. You wasn't really trying to utilize, because the first thing you would ask is like, hey man, I see you with people. You think you got a cameraman, that can work with me with the budget? Maybe give me some photo shoots. I'm just doing this for my child, whatever. What's the budget? And I can talk, like, that's how you really work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause it's like really like I feel like everyone has that potential. Some people they see it for themselves. Some people they gotta tap into it. Some people never tap into it, you know. But I feel like everyone on this earth has we're like God gave us all gifts and talents and passions and things to bring to this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has some type of potential. You just gotta, really tap in for real.
No, for real. Yeah, real talk. And yeah, that kind of goes back to something we said earlier, just about just being understanding a lot, but most importantly, like your own self, your own energy, and just making sure you're being your true authentic self as best as possible. You know. Yeah, once you get to that point, you'll understand what it is that you truly need. Once you find out what you truly need, more than likely it shouldn't really be that hard to get it. You should be able to attract it your way. Yeah.
Oh, shame, man.
It's, that actually reminds me of some a message that they've been speaking on in my church kind of heavily, passion and purpose, like finding your purpose, your calling, and just receiving that blessing or working towards it, because it's like a lot of people don't know their purpose. A lot of people are lost, but it's like it's steps to get there. That's a whole nother day and topic, but it's steps to get there.
Right.
Most definitely. Um. Yeah. Hey, do you got anything else to add?
Man, just keep pushing the narrative forward.
Yeah, man.
That's really it. That's
Yes, sir.
wrap that around your mind and watch the story that you unfold. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a dope way to close it out, man. Shout out to my boy AD. Shout out to my boy C. Appreciate y'all, brothers.
His raised always, man.
Yeah, another episode of the Collective.
Yeah.
We will see y'all next week. Peace.
I love y'all, man.